right, so welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. Do you have $100? I don't know, do you? Well, if you do, I got 4 winners from you that you can get from Kubey. There's 2 here from Kubey, the Girka and the Deo, and then we have a Bestechman, which is way less expensive. That is the Flick, and we have at least one version of the Oknife Aeon that fits under that price range. So we're going to jump into these 4, and I'm excited to check them out. All right, we're going to start with the Deo. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's D-H-E-O. There are 5 versions of this available from Kubey. It is a button lock with G10 and 14C28. These are $70. It looks like we have black G10, green G10, this tan G10, red G10, and maybe white G10 it looks like. The last 3 are in black blades, like this one right here. The first 2 are in stonewash, and they're $70. Now, don't forget at Kubey, you can always use code KC20LT, and that will get you 10% off of that $70. So another $7 off. I don't even know what to call this blade shape. It is kind of a Warncliffe or modified sheep's foot. You have a thumb stud. You have a button lock. There's a little bit of lock stick on that button lock. It's a one, I get 1 to look at, so who knows if they're all like that. It is on bearings. It has nested and milled liners for weight reduction. Really cool looking flat grind with swedge and swedge up here. Has a hole. Fairly easy to middle finger flick or thumb flick out of the hole, or thumb flick off of the studs, or middle finger flick off the studs. Now, does it? Yep. Shakes open fairly easily. It does have a loop over, fairly deep carry, little tiny bit sticking out clip. Good retention, not real thick. So if you have really thick pants, bear that in mind. Reversible with a plate here. Good looking knife, flat scales, big chamfers. And your blade comes way out here to that barrel spacer at the end. When we're locked up, there is no blade play or lock rock. It is a plunge lock or button lock, if you will. Kind of fidgety. Yeah, definitely. If you can, get a hold of it, it comes out pretty good. Spring locks aren't my favorite, but if you give me a button with them, I can do pretty. If you give me a thumb stud with them, I can do pretty dang good. Now, 4-finger grip. You're kind of told where to put your fingers here, but it works. Reminds me a bit of the handle on the Null Knives Ghoul. It looks weird, but it works. You do have a thumb ramp here, or you can come out past that. And you do have a finger choil to choke up as well. Now, boy, I left myself a tiny little bit of cardboard here. Don't need a lot, but it cuts very, very well indeed. Nice and slicey. And again, good access to that hole wherever you want to do it, up or down, left or right. Very cool. Again, $70. The Kooie Deo, D-H-E-O, $70, 10% off with code KC20LT. Now, weirdo time. This is the Kooie Girka. By the way, hold on just a second. I want to look at one thing really important. I forgot to give you. Let's back up for a second. Let's back up to the Deo. This is going to be a long video. This guy is a Johan Jordan design. 3.64 ounces with a 60 to 62 HRC on the 14C. The blade thickness 0.14 of an inch. The handle thickness 0.51 of an inch. Handle length 4.13, plenty of room. Blade length 3.15. Overall length 7.28. All right, so next is the Girka. I tried this once. Let's try it again. Here's the Girka. The Girka has a really crazy blade shape. You have a hole here and a crazy fuller. Look at that. Hole and wacky fuller. You can flick from anywhere on that fuller or the hole, okay? The thumb flick is not quite as easy, but it works. Really wacky looking recurve blade. stonewash on this one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions. It looks like a Tiffany blue G10 and black, a red G10 and black, and then a green G10 and black. No, that's Ultim. It does say Ultim. Interesting. All right, so an Ultim handle, and then this guy with black on stonewash and a green on stonewash, and another Ultim one with stonewash. Now, this guy is sold out, and the Ultim and black are sold out, but the others are available at $80 a pop. $10, 10% off with code KC20LT at checkout. Cheese, KC. This guy is a really cool, wacky design. Again, another Johann Jordan design. Now, this one has exposed liners. It does have some milling and weight reduction, but it's thicker and heftier in the blade, and so it is 5.2 ounces. Again, 14C and 60 to 62. Blade thickness 0.16, and then it has kind of I believe it's a hollow grind. Let's see what it says. They call it a folding kukri, which seems to make sense. It is on cage ceramic ball bearings. 0.16. It doesn't tell me what the grind is. Come on, blade. Well, I think it's hollow. It sure looks like it's hollow. It is, I believe. You have a good sharp finger choil again on this one. 7.99 inches overall with a blade length of 3.5 and a handle length of 4.49. Plenty of room. This guy is flat scaled and very thick and square in the hands, 0.55 of an inch thick. It is a liner lock. Plenty of room to get to that liner. Pushes out of the way easily. There you go. Okay, again, $80, 10% off with code KC20LT. Locked up at about 15. By the way, no lock rock, no blade play. Comes way out to the spacer, to the back spacer there. It is a reversible clip. Same clip as before. Has a lanyard pin in the back spacer. Really interesting one. Not my style, if we're being honest. Which that's what we do here, is we be honest. But yeah, and I'm out of cardboard, so I have to find another piece before the other two knives. So very, very cool indeed. Both of these are Johann Jordan designs. All right, let's keep moving. Let's go to the Bestechman. Now, the next two, I do not have codes or anything for. They are what they are. This guy is called the Flick. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versions. I won't go through all of them. I'll leave you a link down below. But let's just say there's a purple, black, tan, kind of a, I don't even know what you'd call that color, like a maroonish, jade G10, and Tiffany blue, which is what this is. But there are a bunch of versions available for $44.90. Now, this guy is D2, very thin and slim, nice jimping all the way up here. Look at all that jimping. It's kind of in 2 patches, which is interesting. Not sure why they did it that way, but, you know, it works all right. You're still hitting it. Good 4-finger grip, flat scales, reversible clip, low profile clip, guys. Didn't carry this one, but I bet you if you had jeans, that would be really tough. Good retention on it, though. No plate, filler tab, but again, for $45, what do you want? Black coated blade, very thin, very slicey, feels great in the hand. You can see the by the way, it's a liner lock. Good access to the liner. It moves out of the way real easy. You can see flipper tabs got good jimping. Flips out there with very little effort. Very nice. It is on bearings for sure. Very interesting one. I actually kind of dig this for a really easy peasy budget knife. Like I said, $45. So 3.49 inch blade with a 4.46 inch handle, which gives us 7.95 overall. 2.87 ounces, designed by Ostap Hell, made in China by Bestech. Yeah, very interesting one for sure. A couple more things real quick. You do have a very nice sharpening choil. Very nice. It is locked up very well. No issues at all. Locked up at about 15. Comes way out to the end. And then they don't give me thickness, so let's do this. We are 0.118, which is nice and thin. And then on the handle, 0.46. So again, very slim, very thin, very affordable. Very nice. Next, we have a very similar looking knife, which is really interesting. Now, this is the Aeon, A-I-O-N, from our friends at Oknife. And I included this one in this video because this one is 95 bucks. Now, the link I'm going to leave you down below is actually for their Kickstarter, Oknife Aeon Kickstarter. And yeah, it's already funded. There's a few more days to go, so you should go check it out for sure. And it is a really, really interesting knife, to say the least. And again, it actually has some similarities in shape to this guy. Now you can see it flares out. I also was told by a couple people they thought it looked a lot like the what's the word, Casey? But oh gosh, well, guess what? I missed this. This is also an Ostap design. By the way, we have a hidden pivot, which is really, really cool. I didn't realize this is an Ostap, which explains why they're very, very similar. But a lot of people said it looks like the CRKT Crossbones, which I thought was interesting. Your clip is mounted on the end, and it is reversible. Again, hidden pivot. You got to take the scales off to get to the pivot. Good access to that lock bar. No issue whatsoever. Now, I think, there you go. It didn't want to fall out of there at first. Look. Okay. Takes a second, I don't know, but a really kind of CEO vibe where it's, you know, blade hidden down in the knife. Your flipper tab is here. You got room for the flipper tab. You got like a sandwich construction with your backspacer underneath, which is really, really cool. This is in OAL aluminum, which I absolutely love. And we got oil coming out. It is in OAL. It is a Ostap design in Nitro V. Again, hold on. Let me move these two because for some reason we're fighting focus here. I'm sorry. It is Nitro V. And again, this particular version on Kickstarter is 95. Now, there's a bunch of other versions, including some fancy schmancy ones on there. Now, it is 8.19 inches overall with a 3.5 inch blade. And of course, they don't give me the handle length, but we'll get that for you. 4-finger grip, plenty of room left over. Really nice feel in hand. You do feel kind of this pop-up part of the clip in your hand, but it's not a hot spot. Good jimping again. Really, really nice to be sure. Now, I'll leave you the link. Again, there's a titanium version. There's a fancy schmancy, you know, Moku tie, some kind of Zirku tie. I don't know. Let's go back down here and see what it is. So this one's 95. The titanium one is 200. There's a combo with an Arkfeld and this one, but with a awesome like bomber shark on it. That's a 210 for those two. And then there's a Zerk Damascus one for 500 bucks. How crazy is that? Now let's give you the overall length since they didn't, and I need to cut with this one and also with the Bestechman. I forgot to. 8 inches overall, and your grippable handle behind the flipper tab is right under 4 inches. Very, very cool. Fairly lightweight. Let's see, where'd I put my scale? I'm gonna say it's 3.7 or something like that. 3.4. So that is even better than I thought. And then let's get a piece of cardboard and cut with these two for sure. So here is, oh my gracious. This is phenomenal. Now, let's see this. 0.117 and 0.49 on the handle. Very, very nice. Again, good chamfers. Feels great. And this guy is a laser beam. laser beam. It absolutely is. And then just out of curiosity, the Bestechman, again, very thin, very slicey. I am impressed with both of those, and it makes perfect sense that they are both O-Stop Hell designs. Very cool, dude. He makes some fantastic knives. So let's do our comparisons. Again, these are a little more streamlined and normal looking. The two Koobeys are a little more pizzazzy, if you will. And you can see the smallest is the Deo, and the biggest is the Girka. And let's see. Your Ontario Rat 1 is going to be a little bigger than everybody. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Your Ontario Rat 2 at the very bottom of the screen is going to be smaller than everybody except the Deo. And we'll just do this real quick. Your Tempest Pinion is about the same length as the Aeon, and smaller than the Girka. And your lovely Tempest Knives Microburst is smaller than everybody but the Deo. So very, very cool. Hope you enjoyed checking this out. Sorry the video was long. I kind of knew it would be with 4 knives. But I felt like they fit together because, again, each of these can be purchased for under $100. That may not be your definition of budget, but that's why I titled the video, if you got $100, you can get these. So check it out. Let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all, and thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.